Saturday morning. Hope everyone is having a good day so far. We have a couple of stuff to talk about. We are under a excessive heat warning right now. So if you have those plans outside, any type of outdoor activity, if you have a birthday party or any type of softball game or special event to go to, you definitely want to be careful because we are looking at this excessive heat warning starting this afternoon at 1 o'clock, and it's going to be extended all the way through 8 p.m. tomorrow. So for the next 2 days, just expect to have these, triple digit heat, but very dangerous heat levels. And so we'll talk about that more. But we also are talking about some rain chances. So that's really, it is a small chance, but still, I'm gonna show you a model where you can see just how much, just these spots that we could possibly see those showers. So right now you can see that this heat warning, the orange is a heat advisory, and that has actually been extended. It has been extended to the hill country. So everybody is going to be seeing those triple digits today. And they actually, a lot of places also saw them yesterday. So for us in San Antonio, we're in this fuchsia color, and that's going to be that excessive heat warning. And so what that means is we're looking at dangerous heat levels of temperatures 105 to 108 degrees. And so that means we could also have some heat index values up to 112. And so this is, again, especially for those high-risk individuals, people like the elderly and also children. You want to monitor them, keep an eye on them, and make sure that they are drinking plenty of water for this afternoon. And even if they have anything planned for tomorrow, or especially if anybody is going to be working outdoors, tomorrow is Monday for people who work outside, just try to take breaks, try to step in the shade. Best is try to take breaks indoors with the AC, but if not, you can find some shade. And just if you're going to be doing something where you're going to be, if you're doing exercise, you're going to be running or sweating, it's something that could have a health impact. If you're going to be doing that outdoors where it's really prime time heat, there is a potential for heat-related illnesses. So just something to keep an eye on, and to just watch your relatives and your neighbors for this afternoon. But we have now hit 31 days of 100-degree weather or more. And this is something we're looking at because I do think that we're going to make the top spot, maybe the second, but so far the rate we're going, we definitely could see this year hitting the maximum amount of days of 100-degree weather. So you can see in this pink color that 2009 was our #1 spot, and that's when we hit 59 days of 100-degree weather or more. And right now we're at 31, but we still have all of the rest of July and August. So I do think we are going to break this this record, this top spot. But another record that, you know, I'm sure people want to know is how hot has it, what is the hottest record that we've had in July? So for San Antonio in the month of July, the hottest temperature recorded at the airport was 107 degrees. Now, I don't right now see us hitting that, or much less breaking it, which is good news because 107 degrees is, again, just very dangerous levels. And on Monday, we're projected to hit at 106. So, you know, we're getting pretty close. That's probably the only day that I see us really reaching that, because after Wednesday, I do expect to see temperatures drop, you know, a bit, at least back in the 90s. And so, you know, that is something to celebrate, because I know, you know, everyone's AC is just working overtime, and you want to conserve energy right now because you don't want, you know, the AC and the electrical bills to get really high, because when you use all those electrical devices during the prime time of heat, you know, especially around noon and then all the way through 7 p.m., it's really, everything is just using the maximum amount of energy. Your house or apartment is working overtime just to keep your house cool. It's because that's when it is really the hottest outside. So once we get out of the triple digits, you know, it would be a little bit of relief on those AC systems. But still, it is good to conserve energy as much as possible. All right, and speaking of conserving, we are in a drought. You know, we are going to continue to be in that drought. Hold on, let me go back one second. Okay, so San Antonio is still going to be an extreme drought. So this is actually improved from a couple weeks back. Now the northern portion is an extreme drought, and the bottom portion of Bexar County is an exceptional. But it is still, this is still very dire as far as the amount of rainfall that we need. And speaking of rainfall, overall this year, you know, we're halfway through the year, but as of this moment, we have had 5 inches of rain. So it really is not something that, you know, it doesn't look good right now, you know, because there were these months, May and June are particularly more rainy. We usually get we average around 4 inches of rain in May. It's a particularly rainy month, but we didn't even get an inch of rainfall. June as well, we usually get over 3 inches, but again, I mean, barely, a little bit more, I should say, than half an inch of rainfall is all we got in June. So, you know, we still have a couple more rainy months that we're looking at. September and October are usually more rainy, but right now our average is 32 inches, and we are nowhere near to that. The only thing I can see that could bring us some of this much needed rain would be some type of tropical system, because right now at the moment we're really not looking at much in the way of rainfall for the next 7 days, and even a little bit further out in the next 14 days doesn't look good. But we do have a chance, so again, I'll tell you more about those rain chances coming up. But the drought really isn't helping a lot of the lakes. The best lake would be Canyon Lake. It's 92% full, so that's the one that's in best condition right now. Medina and all these in the pink category are where they are really lacking in rainfall. And, you know, because one of the reasons why is because we have been in that drought, especially over in Medina Lake. They have been dealing with it for a long time. But, you know, overall, it is a beautiful day. At the airport, it was pretty active in the morning on Saturday, but today I haven't seen very many planes out there, so maybe it's just not a busy day to be traveling. But taking a look downtown, you know, you can see it's like a little hazy out there, but plenty of sunshine. And Calaveras Lake looks very nice with that blue sky. Now here is the record for today. It would be 103 degrees. That would be the high temperature. And I do think we're going to break that record since we are looking at around 105 degrees. Unless you're lucky and get some of that rain, then we could see a nice drop, a nice cool down there. But, you know, if not, then you could see those temperatures rise. But I do think we could break this record today for your Sunday. But right now, 90 degrees, so oh, there goes the plane. But usually I see a lot more in the morning, and I didn't today. But, you know, the good news is, too, we're looking light on the mold once again. So for those allergy sufferers, it's a good day if you do suffer from mold, because there's not much out there. But, you know, already 91 in Pearsall at 10:30 in the morning. So, I mean, that's kind of an indication how hot it can get later this afternoon. 88 in Burney, 87 in Kerrville. Again, everybody here is going to be under some type of heat alert. So you can expect, wherever you are, to have over 100 degrees for this afternoon. So again, want to be careful. And it's a little bit more humid as you get towards the coast, very humid towards Victoria, Bay City, Port Lavaca, Port A, Beeville. San Antonio, not too bad. It is a little bit more dry. Burney, 64 for a dew point, so very dry. Just a little bit more to the north of San Antonio. And winds have picked up from this morning. They were almost non-existent early this morning, but now we are at 10 miles per hour in San Antonio. Seguin is at 12 miles per hour, and that's pretty much the only more gusty wind. Victoria is at 15 miles per hour. So a little bit of some relief for San Antonio. There is a wind out there. But yeah, I would say around 4 o'clock is when we can expect temperatures to reach 105 degrees, mostly sunny. And even as you get at 8 p.m., it's still going to be in the upper 90s. So just expect this heat to continue. And the heat is really continuing for everyone. I mean, you can see a lot of the center portion here of the country, places like, you know, Nebraska, Arkansas, Dallas as well. Dallas is, they're only a degree below us. They are in the same boat with us, dealing with this very warm temperature. And everyone in the center portion here is going to be dealing with this brutally warm weather. Even though it is summer, we are in July, but it's still above average. And it's not a great indication looking forward into August that, you know, the trend is that it does get hotter. You know, as we go to August, it doesn't get cooler. So it's something to look towards, to think, okay, well, if we're looking at triple digits pretty consistently, I do think it's something that we could see continue in August. So to kind of be prepared, get your mindset, get your AC, you know, ready for it. Like I said, unless we have some tropical system that does bring us some rain. But as we look at the upper level pattern, it doesn't look like we have a lot of promise. This high pressure is still going to be over us today and into next week. So when that happens, you know, we still have that chance for rain, and I'll show you that model in just a minute, you know, the rain, the showers that it's showing us. But it's really hard when you have this high pressure because it doesn't allow for that widespread scattered rain activity. It's just more isolated small pockets because it's really hard to get that lift in the atmosphere with that high pressure. There's kind of like pushing everything down and creates that sinking motion. So it's hard for those thunderstorms to kind of ramp up and get going. But Thursday and Friday, it finally starts to push back to the west. It finally starts to kind of like just move off from Texas and allows our temperatures to drop more. And that's what you're going to see in the 7 days. You're going to start to see that temperatures are going to drop, you know, a little bit closer to the a little bit closer to normal. It's still above average, but not 10 degrees above average like we've been seeing. All right, so I'm going to put this back. That's what everybody wants to see, is the rain. All right, so today, this is at 3:30 p.m. And you can see that Kerrville is getting a little bit of some spotty showers, and San Marcos as well. San Antonio has a very small pocket there, but already at 103 degrees by 3:30 p.m. We'll put this further into motion. So we have a slight surface boundary that's going on, and we also have some moisture in the air. That's one reason we look at the dew points too. We do have some moisture, so it is going to allow for a little bit of lift at the surface, and it's going to start to move through and push through San Antonio throughout the afternoon. This is at 5 p.m. and you can see it just goes right through San Antonio. This model is putting, a couple of spots here, and then it even cools down the temperature already by 6:30 at 90 degrees. So that would be a cool down when you're looking at 105 degrees. I definitely can feel the difference from 100 degrees to even 98 degrees. I feel once it gets to 100, once you're in the triple digits, it's just completely, you can just feel it at that point. So this is through the evening, and then it starts to fizzle out. Once the boundary passes through and it loses that heat of the day, those rain chances will go down. But it is there, so I'm leaving it at a 20% chance for this afternoon and for this evening. And if you're lucky to see a shower, that would be, like I said, a really nice cool down. And as we go into Monday morning, so for tomorrow, we're at 76 degrees at 6 a.m., so not too bad. Then for Monday afternoon, there's another chance of showers. Just this one would be smaller. I'm putting it at 10%, just because it's there, but this would be an even smaller chance for some people to see anything. But you can see it just kind of like pops in and around very quickly, moves really fast for Monday afternoon. And then as we go into Tuesday, we're looking at some very warm temperatures. And I should also say that Monday is going to be the hottest day of the week. I do think it will be hotter than today. So something to keep in mind. And Tuesday afternoon, 96 degrees already, 5 p.m., 102. You can see there's some sea breeze showers also going on along the coast. But that's about it. Not great chances of rain, unfortunately. So, despite the fact we get those showers, everyone's still going to see and feel the heat. So here's some things to remember if you're going to be outside. You got to know some of the symptoms for detecting heat-related illnesses such as heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So sweating, faint and dizzy, muscle cramps, nausea, vomiting, pale, clammy skin, and a weak pulse would all be a sign of heat exhaustion. So that's when you would want to drink water, find some shade, take a break, because you are starting to feel heat exhaustion. And a heat stroke, which is something that would be very serious when you need to call 911, is when you stop sweating, when you have a headache and you have a temperature of 103 degrees, if you're nauseous, if you are vomiting, if you have hot and dry skin, and also if you have a very strong pulse. So those are when you want to call 911 to take some action. All right, here are those brutally hot temperatures. 105 degrees for today. Like I said, I do think we could break a record if we hit that. 106 for tomorrow, but there's that chance of rain today, 20%. And mostly sunny skies are going to continue. But the triple digits, it's not just 100 degrees, it's above. So 104 still on Tuesday and 102 on Wednesday. So, but you see how it's slowly going down, those temperatures. And then I think I think we'll be below 100 by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But we're looking at another slight chance to see some rain on Thursday and Friday. We'll just continue to monitor it because it's, you know, still a ways away for late next week. But right now I'm just going to keep it at a 20% for Thursday. But we are also looking at a bit of a breeze for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday and Wednesday. We can have some wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour, and that's going to be late in the evening. But I'm going to leave this up so everyone can see the next 7 days, and so you can just take in that it is going to be hot and that there's not great chances of rain, but they are there. So there's some hope. There's some good news in the forecast today. It's not all just about the triple digits, just the excessive and dangerous heat. But just still remember that we are going to be under that excessive heat warning today and through tomorrow. All right, well, stay safe, everyone, and have a great rest of your weekend, the rest of your Sunday. And again, I'm going to just leave that up. I'm going to check to make sure nobody had any questions today. Let me just look up through Facebook, see if anybody has any questions. Thank you, everybody, once again for tuning in and watching Facebook Live. Make sure to share it and like it. And again, just to remember about the temperatures and to watch your relatives or your neighbors today. All right, well, again, have a great rest of your day and great rest of your evening.